Hello, everyone. Today is day 16 of 21 Days to Facing Fear of the Future. And the request today was about fear that I'll never be experiencing partnered love, a romantic relationship, intimacy with another person one to one. And you had mentioned that the SUD scale for you is about 8.5. So anyone that has this fear, like I'm never going to experience partnered love, let's just start tapping and we'll see what comes. So, you could say that I'm never going to experience partnered love. Your verbiage might be like, I'm going to be alone the rest of my life, all of those things. So let's tap, and then I'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. Karate chop. Even though I have this tremendous fear, I'm going to be alone the rest of my life. I'm never going to experience love with a partner. I choose to acknowledge I feel this way now. Even though I see people all around me in partnered relationships, but why not me? What's so wrong with me that I can't seem to have this? I choose to honor these feelings now. Even though I want a partner in my life, but I never seem to get that. And I'm terrified. I'll never have it. I choose to acknowledge these feelings now. Go to the eyebrow. I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to have partnered love. I'm never going to experience that person that's my person. Maybe I've tried and failed a lot already. And I'm a blank slate. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I try to manifest this or align with this, it doesn't happen for me. Maybe I even try to visualize it. But still, nothing. No one. Maybe I've gotten my hopes up with someone, only to have those hopes dashed. And the longer this takes, the less possible it feels. Because it should have happened by now. And what if there's a whole lot of judgment going on here about myself, making myself wrong, that I haven't found that person, especially when I see so many others with it. And what if I'm in this cycle of comparing myself, and I have a lot of momentum going? about how this isn't working out for me. And what if there's another way to see this? When I catch myself in the act of judging myself, of making myself wrong for not having that partnered love, I can't stop these thoughts, but I can interrupt them. And the more I interrupt them, what if I start to notice little winks, the breadcrumbs that guide and direct me to whatever I need to do to open up more, free of self-judgment, to something so possible for me. And what if it's the judgment of self that's in my way so much, making myself wrong? And what if, as I release the resistance in the form of self-judgment, somehow, some way, I open up to something so much greater for me. And so much more becomes possible. What if the perfect person is already chosen? And maybe the timing is different than mine. And I may feel impatient, and I can tap through that. And as I release the impatience, what if I start to feel and maybe even believe that the perfect person is out there? And when the timing is right, that person will flow into my experience with so much more grace and ease. And take a breath. So if you found that helpful, tap on it as many times as you need to. The couple things that I see is when we're grasping for it, longing for it, hooked into it. I heard this saying years ago, if you have to have it, you can't have it. If you can take it or leave it, you can have it all day long. Now that might sound like a cruel joke to people, or like the universe is screwing with us, or God is messing with us, but it's the other thing, quote I heard, it's a Chinese quote, is all suffering is rooted in attachment. So to me, the gauge is how attached am I to this? Because what can happen? Here's the thing that can happen. When we're super attached to getting in a relationship, we might end up in a relationship that's not really good for us. And we might be, if we're pushing the ego's agenda about it, we could end up in like a I'll call it a awakening, a growth pattern in a relationship that can be really hard. And what if when you catch yourself in the act of like, it's never going to happen for me, it's the perfect time to interrupt it. You can tap, you can use mental noting, and you could just say impatience, impatience, grasping, grasping. And it's not making yourself wrong for that, but going, oh wow, I'm still grasping for this. I'm still pushing the thing that I think that I want. And what if it could be possible that there is so much great, like a much more perfect timing than I can even imagine. And I think this can be harder for women in particular too, because the whole biological clock thing kicks in for many of us. And it's like, oh God, if I want kids, then, it's never going to happen for me. And it can feel impossible given our culture and given what so many of us are brainwashed to believe makes us have value is having children and all that. It can feel impossible to believe that maybe there's something different for me here. Maybe I'm going to meet someone who has kids and that's what I'm being directed to. Maybe I'm going to meet someone later in life and that person's out there looking for me like I am now, but just the timing is not right yet. And there's an acting couple here, Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen, I think that's her name. And they both been married before. And they both said, yeah, this marriage later in life for them, it's been so much better for both of them because they learned so much before they ever got together. And what if that could be possible for you, even not being in a relationship, that you are meant to keep shifting things within yourself so that your relationship is a lot freer and it's maybe less bumpy or some other possibility. It's just opening up, and then you see it after it's all like, oh my God, this is exactly why this happened this way. It went down this way. So thank you for the topic. If you find this helpful, tap on it as many times as you need to. And then we'll see you back here tomorrow with day 17. We're in the home stretch. Take good care. Bye for now.